Desperately trying to understand what had happened, they contacted Christopher Chacon of the Office of Scientific Investigation and Research. Chacon and a team of investigators spent 16 months trying to find out just what had gone on in the Van Nuys house.
One of the initial steps in our investigation was to set instrumentation inside the house, again to try to basically get a baseline, a correlation of normal phenomena and abnormal phenomena in the environment.
Chacon and his team found a high level of unusual activity. This is actual footage of his investigation.
Now here, this is again an unmanned camera which was static, set up for 72 hours. At the other end as well is another camera with a microwave imaging system. Now if you look off to the right side of the hallway, we pick up a distortion, or commonly a shadow. It's moving down the hallway, and there it is now crossing farther down the hallway. It's moving downward, and as it enters the threshold of the door, we suddenly see the door in the back. It is responding to movement. Now the unusual thing is we also are monitoring basically the general environment of the house. There are no brushes of air, there is no doors, windows open. All the door jambs are level and even. These doors would not be swinging normally. And the equipment is again beginning to monitor more as both of these doors move. Okay, now at this point we have an unmanned static camera, night vision. Nobody is in the house for another 72-hour period. As we pick up the movement, as you see the roll of tape going across the floor, and then the case and the helmet movement as well. What's going to take place is basically some of the most remarkable footage that we've documented during the first beginning of this investigation. As you can see in a moment, doors and drawers, cabinets are moving. Our other instrumentation did pick up fluctuations taking place in the environment, background radiation fluctuations, electrostatic fields. In a moment, the vibration that's taking place, or the phenomena we should say, is moving across the kitchen toward the camera. Now it's affecting the camera. We speculate on that because what you're seeing is an effect on the magnetic tape itself, and the fluctuations are continuing. After this was over, when we found the camera, it was severely damaged.
We couldn't walk by each other without feeling this extreme anger toward one another, and there really might not have been anything specific that happened. There was a look that came over his face that was so terrifying to me, as though he could have walked into the kitchen and grabbed a knife and stabbed me to death.
I could not say a civil word to anyone in my family.
And when we'd leave the house, we would feel completely differently, almost instantly. The feeling of hostility was gone.
There are hauntings that take place all across the country, all over the world, and for the most part they're harmless. And many people find them as being fun, actually, to have that type of phenomena around. But when you have a situation which is hostile and which can actually cause harm to the occupants, my advice to them is very simple. Simply get out.
If the spirits are angry and don't want you in that home, there isn't anything you're going to be able to do.
There's nothing like someone going through an experience with you to make you close with that person. People say it happens in war. This was like a war.